Black markets kids ran in their schools, a follower submission. When he was a freshman in high school, he noticed you could buy one 6-pack of Kool-Aid bursts for just $1 at Walmart. So he had an idea. He was gonna buy a bunch of 6-packs, freeze them overnight, and bring them to school. He would then sell them for $1 a bottle. So he would buy one 6-pack for $1, sell all 6, and make $5 profit. Business was booming. Before long, he was bringing in 36 6-packs of Kool-Aid bursts every day, and he was selling out. During his freshman year, he made about $5,000. Until one day during lunch, he was doing his business. It was busy. Everyone was thirsty and they wanted Kool-Aid. Well, he ran out and went back to the football locker room to pick up more. Somebody followed him, and they found out exactly what he was doing. When they got back to the lunchroom, he was busted. They had all of his inventory and money stacked on a table like it was a scene from Narcos. He was then escorted by school staff to the principal's office. As he was walking out, however, students booed and screamed and caused a riot because they wanted their freaking Kool-Aid, and he didn't do anything wrong. He was then suspended. To this day, people call him Juice. He is now an entrepreneur and owns a few small businesses. The Krabby Patty secret formula is whale. Hear me out. When a whale dies, it sinks to the bottom of the ocean floor. It can sustain an entire ecosystem for years. Mr. Krabs is a crab, and crabs are scavengers. So he stumbled upon this dead whale, and he realized it would be an excellent business opportunity. But near the carcass, he found Pearl. He might have felt guilty for using her dead mom's meat, so he adopted her. Or maybe his intentions were darker, much darker. Maybe he knew he would eventually run out of whale meat, and so he's raising Pearl. So when she's big enough, she will replace her mom as the secret formula, and he keeps it a secret, because if she finds out, it's bye-bye Krusty Krab. Harmless but hilarious ways you can mess with people. The next time you see somebody sitting alone at a park bench, sit right next to them and slide them an envelope with a random person's picture inside of it. Have them open it and then say, "Get it done by Friday," and make sure it looks like an accident. Most Dangerous Toys of All Time, Part 10. This is the Power Wheels Barbie Camper. It's battery operated, and kids can get in and drive it around. However, last year, they recalled 44,000 of these, and the reason is kind of scary. Kids would be driving around, having fun, but when they took their foot off the gas, the car would keep going, almost as if it was driving itself. What my old Carnival job taught me about carnivals, Part 3. Don't get me frickin' started on the pick a duck game. Y'all know this, right? You pick up a duck, you flip it over, and it'll tell you if you want a small, medium, or large prize. Well, where I worked, every single one of the ducks was a small prize duck. We didn't put any large prize ducks in there, but they would give us a large prize duck to put in our pocket, just in case someone asked us, "Do you guys even have any large prize ducks in here?" Then we'd be all sneaky. As we're flipping them over, we'd toss the duck in there, and be like, "Yeah, see, there's one right here." Shady stuff. Most Dangerous Toys of All Time, Part 29. This is Flubber. It was a gooey slime popular in the 1960s, but they recalled it and stopped making it because there were thousands of reports of kids getting severe rashes and sore throats caused by Flubber. It is said that today, all the leftover Flubber is buried behind a warehouse because it won't burn and they can't drop it in the ocean. Black markets kids ran in their schools. At this kid's school, there was a girl that would carry around a box of stationery every day. Her business was that she would write forged letters from parents. She had all different papers, pens, and pencils of every kind. And if kids wanted to leave school early, they would go to her and she would write a note from their parents. Well, these notes were incredibly convincing. She used different styles of handwriting, different styles of punctuation. She could even write notes in different languages. She made absolute bank. The teachers never caught on, but this kid grew up incredibly educated, and today she's incredibly successful. Black markets kids ran in their schools, Part 27. Another follower submission. Where he went to school, they had this thing called food dudes. Students were given 2 bags of fruits and vegetables just like these. And if they ate both bags and brought the teachers the empty bags, they would get a prize. Well, nobody wanted to do it. So one kid was like, "Hey, I'll eat the fruits and vegetables for you and give you the empty bags back for just $1 a bag." So kids would do it. They would give him the fruits and vegetables, he would eat it, he would give them the bags, and then they would get the prizes. This kid made about $30 a day. Well, a couple months later, some teachers noticed a terrible smell coming from the library. Turns out this kid was not eating the fruits and vegetables. He was putting them in a cardboard box and hiding them somewhere in the library. And apparently it smelled like death. Awesome ways kids cheated on a test. In high school, this kid was in band. Well, he had a test later in the day that he didn't study for at all. Well, he managed to get a copy of that test from another student who had that same class earlier in the day. So he got a copy of that test. That test was entirely multiple choice. During band class, he Googled all of the answers. And on a piece of empty sheet music, he wrote those answers as notes. A, B, C, and D. When he got to the class where he was having that test, the teacher passed it out and asked everyone to clear off their desks. So he set his sheet music on the ground, facing up, and all he had to do was glance down and look at the notes on the sheet and fill in the answers based on what note it was. That is absolutely genius.